Hello everybody, what is up? This is Armgerman, hopefully back once again to cast some Starcraft 2, and I'll tell you why as soon as I introduce our players. Over here on the map Korhal compound, in the top right hand corner, we have the Red Terran, Dexter Morgan, and his opponent in the bottom left hand corner of the map, the blue Zerg player. It is HiLoPicoLo. Alright, HiLoPicoLo, that's an awesome name, man. Alright, well, this replay is courtesy of /r/cast, and you actually just saw a larva canceled. That'll set HiLoPicoLo back actually a little more than he wants to. But as I was saying, hopefully I'm back to cast again. I had a hard drive failure the other day on my 1 terabyte Sarracuda hard drive. I don't know the name of it. I'm terrible with computers. But it crashed. I've been posting around asking for help, and someone eventually said, here, try this tool. It'll tell you if your hard drive sucks. And believe it or not, my hard drive sucked. So there was like bad sectors on it that couldn't be replaced, some mumbo jumbo. And long story short, I haven't been able to cast for the past like 2 months because of a bad hard drive. So I'm back from outer space, and you guys are here to watch. You'll know if this works, this new hard drive, because I'll upload it to YouTube. And if it doesn't work, then I won't upload it to YouTube. But this drone is going to get the SCV, maybe, and it does, but is it going to lose its life? No, it actually is going to delay that barracks a good bit. Good pick off there for HiLoPicoLo, and going to set Dexter Morgan back actually a good bit, and he's not started working on that barracks yet. So, very interesting indeed. But the drone block, the block with the engineering bay did go down here in the natural expansion. And guys, bear with me. This is my first time casting forever. I'm going to mess this up. Going to get another SCV perhaps. That would be a huge pickoff. But no, Dexter Morgan is going to pull that SCV out of there straight away. The gas is now up for Dexter Morgan, so we'll be seeing what kind of tech he's going to go for here very quickly. And HiLoPicoLo going to cut his losses, going to go ahead and drop the spawning pool and just kind of work on that engineering bay. I'd almost like to see him pull this drone back and just send lings over there when they're ready. You're not going to kill that engineering bay anytime soon. Looking back here at the main of the Terran player. Terran grabbing one more SCV before he goes up to the orbital command, I would imagine. And looks like he is going to perhaps expand. I'm not too sure. Well, he's not going to expand because he's got the gas. Be really interested to see what kind of tech he decides to go with, if he decides to go straight up to Medivacs, or if he is going to go for a little more tech heavy on these Marines. It looks like that HiLoPicoLo has decided to give up the fight on that engineering bay there and send that drone back and wait for his lings to pop. Floating a lot of money, but that's okay given the fact that his expansion didn't go the way it planned. And there is the drone now, and as soon as that drone pops, or as soon as that engineering bay pops, I should say, the expansion will go down. We do see the factory now going down, so that does tell us that Dexter Morgan is going to be teching up a little bit here, and he's in a pretty good position, having denied the Zerg expansion for this long. It is 4 minutes and 40 seconds without an expansion, and you know that the Zerg was going to go for that hatch first. The Zerg now floating upwards of 750 minerals, and the reactor is now going down on the barracks, so you're going to see a reactored Hellion opening against HiLoPicoLo here from Dexter Morgan. The hatch did now just go down, and this is going to be really interesting timing that Dexter Morgan is going to hit. I feel like his reactored Hellions are going to be able to do a lot of damage, perhaps, if he controls them correctly. One Marine is going to lose his life here in the center of the map, but those Hellions are going to be able to do a significant amount of damage, I feel, just because of the unpreparedness that HiLoPicoLo is going to have. He's behind in his economy, that he's not at the benchmark he wanted to be. Let's check out the workers tab. 19 to 17 in favor of HiLoPicoLo. But that 2 SCV lead isn't a whole lot when the Terran has mules. And you can see here straight away that the Terran is going to be making a tech lab on his barracks, so perhaps some Marine upgrades very shortly. And also, let's check the scouting here. And actually, looks like he is going to scout right now for that factory. He's going to go up there, see it, and he's going to turn around and go home and know completely well what's going on. It's very good for him to know what's going on, but the question is, can he defend it? There is one spine crawler up in the main, another spine crawler is going to be morphing here, so he will drag those down. 2 Hellions are out on the map and are going to start their roasting fest. No lings are on the way, going to rely on these 2 spine crawlers for the time being. Creep spread's starting to go down. There are some extra queens, and those queens without 5 range going to be more than fine to defend 2 Hellions. And it looks like that's all he's going to stop out with this push. Does have 2 more back here sitting there. There they go. And it looks like these 2 Hellions are going to come in here into the natural expansion, perhaps Starport is now on the way as an addition to a second gas geyser. The second command center for Dexter Morgan is on the way, as you can see in your production tab in the top left-hand corner, and there it is on the map right there. 4 little race cars, the Hellions. They are sitting out here, and they're just doing a lot of good things, keeping map control for the Terran player. Terran stopping the Zerg player from moving out, spreading the creep. All the things that the Zerg player wants to do isn't able. The Queens now don't get pot-shotted from the Hellions. As a Zerg player, it feels so good, let me tell you. Zergling speed just now on the way for HiLoPicoLo, something I didn't notice straight away. And very interesting to notice that it's coming this late. So those Hellions, they're actually not going to do a lot of damage, but if Dexter Morgan knew about the Zergling speed, I don't know what his decision making would be. The game might be a little different. Looking back here in the main of the Terran, we do see another factory is going down in addition to Stimpack and a Viking. So the Viking going to go out and clear up those overlords. Probably like that one over there and maybe this one over here if he gets a little lucky. Layer Tech is on the way, and as Day 9 says, Layer Tech is the Zerg's playground. And that playground is going to be up and functioning here for HiLoPicoLo very shortly. Would like to see him think about taking a third or dropping a macro hatch. Has 1,100 minerals in the bank. His production could certainly do that. 1,200 minerals. He's got larva idle. I'm not quite sure. How many larvae does he have idle? 13 larvae. Not quite sure what he's waiting on. Looking at the army tab here, we have 38 drones for HiLoPicoLo, 27 for Dexter Morgan. Dexter Morgan not doing too bad for only being on 2 command centers, only one of which is producing. Very interesting to see that Dexter Morgan has not decided to take his expansion yet. Must feel some kind of weird presence on the map. I don't know what it is, because he does have great map control, and these Lings are going to come over and try to fight the Viking. The Viking says, no way, man. He's going to get that Overlord. Take a little bit of damage from the 5-range Queen, but things will be fine. Good little gaggle of Lings are out and about now here for the Zerg player. And a macro hatch is on the way in the main, but no specific layer tech is on the way. And as soon as I say that, there is a spire going down right there between the gas guys. And the Terran is starting a 3rd command center, floating his natural over, so he will be grabbing his natural now very quickly. 3rd factory is on the way, so we're going to see a very meching Terran here with Stimpack. Could be an interesting timing. And the Viking going to try to get a Overlord. I don't know if this is worth all the damage on this Viking, but going to back off at the last second there. The Lings did come out and clear out the watchtower, but there was a drop of Hellions in the back here. The Hellions doing a lot of sick, nasty damage, and all the drones are lined up. They're lined up. The Lings are coming in, but the Lings are lining up, and the Lings are going to get roasted a pretty good bit here too. The Queen's doing some good damage from behind, but those pot shots from the Hellions are killing off a lot of Lings. And the Hellions actually might get out of this alive. They will not, but not before they did a lot of damage. Let's check out how many workers were killed here. Dexter Morgan killed 9 workers. Exactly. Sorry for missing the beginning of that drop, but I think we caught the most of it when all the drones were caught up right there. And the spire is now about to be finished. Has been on the way for a little bit now, as we've talked about, and that will help prevent a little bit more of those drops. But the meching Terran here, the Zerg has no idea, going for Ling Bling. That is not very good, and Mutas aren't going to be very good against those Thors either. Looks like we're going to see a Thor drop, maybe? That's very interesting. It looks like the Zerg is going to go ahead and grab his 3rd now. The 3rd command center is done for the Terran. Lings are in the middle of the map, and they should scout this just fine. I'm really interested to see what the Terran plans to do with this. Mutalisks could go and pick that off very quickly here. Blue Flame is on the way, as well as 2 more gas geysers. And this should have went actually undetected by the Zerg player. Looks like none of the Lings did actually see it through that watchtower, and they're going to go ahead and try to get back to defend. And the Thor are going to get dropped down. Is the Terran paying attention? He is. Looks like, however, the Hellions, are going to do a little loop swing around here and just try to do some cute damage to the 3rd there. Mutalisks actually could go. Can they see it? They can see it. Don't know what's going on here. They could just pick off that medevac. Hellions are doing a good amount of damage here to the 3rd. The Hellions don't kill buildings, but these Hellions do. And it looks like actually the Mutalisks are going to let that medevac live, and the Thor is going to go over there and go ahead and drop down. No, the Queens actually could pick off that medevac. Hellions do run away after doing a lot of damage actually to that 3rd base. Thor is going to go ahead and go home. Thor no longer online. Thor has been taken down for maintenance. A 4th factor is now on the way, and would like to see him put some more guys into these gas geysers. Not very easy to have that big of a Thor army. with only 3 1/3 gas. I'd like to see him almost laying down to his third there. And it looks like the Terran player is going to get away with this Thor, maybe, but he is going to get a couple pot shots off. No, the magic box coming in. Great magic box there from the Terran, or from the Zerg player against the Terran player. That Thor will die without doing much damage at all. That medevac is going to get home. Hellions are now on the way. No drones have been transferred to the third, however, so they will be safe for the time being at the second. Would like to almost see him Menard his units all the way down to the third there. Would get him a better income. Maybe drop another macro hatch. He is rolling off of 2,000 minerals at the moment. Supplies as they stand, 95 for Dexter Morgan, 106 for HiLoPicoLo. A lot of Mutalisks in play against the mech style Terran here. Going to come in and clean up a good bit of these Hellions actually. And let's check the units lost tab. There have been 1,800 units lost, for resources lost to the 1,400 of the Zerg. So a fairly even game right now. Slightly in favor of the Zerg in terms of that, in terms of supply in favor of the Zerg. And the current economies, look at the income. Zerg is ahead in terms of the economies. Ever so slightly, however. Would love to see the Zerg take another base and maybe start churning out those production units. Ling Bling Muta has been the tech choice for the Zerg player. Don't know if that's the best idea given the heavy mech style here. Those Thors could eat up the Mutalisks. But we will have to see. Mutas are swinging around here. And I'm going to tell you guys, my voice is hurting like crazy from casting for the first time in a while. Evolution Chambers just now going down here for the Zerg players. Zerg with the +1 mech already. And +1/+0. Bio, probably sitting at +0/+0 it is. And the Mutalisks just swinging around, scouting out a little bit. They could run into an unfortunate amount of Thors. However, a couple will catch these Hellions off guard. Will the Thors get the pot shots they need, though? One big pot shot does go off. One other. Oh, no, barely missed another huge pot shot there that would have ravaged those Mutalisks. 2 Thors on the way at a time. Both players starting to flip a little bit of money as we slip into the 17-minute mark. 2 big Thor pot shots do go off, and you look at all that orange and red in the Mutalisk pack there. I feel like I want to say Mutalisk like Caldor. Mutalisks. The Mutalisks. Alright. Sorry. Going to take an unusual third expansion here. The Terran player is. And pretty well defended third base down here. 3 spine crawlers. And a nice little wall with the evolution chambers. And I promise I won't talk like that the rest of the day. And here come the Thors, going to buffer a little bit of the spine crawler hits. Ling's swinging around from the side. Ling's very effective against Thors, actually. But here come the Mutas. Thors getting good counter shots up. And here come the Mutalisks boxing all the Thors. All the Thors will go down. And it looks like the Marines are going to like try to attack the Mutalisks, but the Mutalisks are going to overpower the Marines. All that's left is Hellions. Hellions not very effective against Mutas. I know I was like. You know, I keep saying like, and it's sure I mean that's too. I don't know why. +1/+1 is on the way for the Terran ground. +1 air attack is on the way for the Zerg as well. And +1 flyer carapace is also on the way here. The third base of the Terran is under siege here. Oh my gosh, all these fresh Mutalisks are all these few. Hack, he says. Oh wow. Oh no. It's not a hack, sir. All the fresh mules did go down there to the Mutalisks, and this third base will fall. Sir, it's not a hack, it's just called. That's the most accessible way to your main. HiLoPicoLo, not American, as you can probably tell, more than likely. Because remember, the Brazilian server is also on North America now. All the Hellions are hiding here, and look, the Overlord can see them, so don't call hack if you can see them. Just don't. Thor's 3 at a time. It should be 3 at a time. There's only 1 at a time. I lied. Not enough money, or gas I should say, for the Terran player here. And the Zerg swooping out. Going to pick off a lot of these Hellions actually. Not paying any attention at all to the Hellions. And a lot go down there. Looking at the resources lost tab. 5,000 lost for the Terran. 4,000 lost for the Zerg there. Really hack, he says. No, he just followed them. Not really cool, broski. Mutalisk pack stronger than ever. It would so seem Hellions running right over an Overlord. I'm going to run right onto Creep. And I wonder if he's going to call hack now that he's got things on Creep. Overlord's going over, going to get some better scouting here. And it looks like they are going to finally run away when they see all those Mutalisks coming in here. And +2 flyer attack is now on the way for the Zerg. And +1 Carapace is just now about to finish. And other orbital command is now about to finish for Dexter Morgan, as he has been finishing up. All the SCVs are sitting in the main. Oh my goodness, all those SCVs could fall here. A lot do go down. I really feel like he could have taken those 2 Thors. Looking at the resources lost, have only 7 workers killed. Could have been a lot more, I feel like. And Mutalisks are doing a great job here, not really having an answer for him. There are a good group of Thors out. How many Thors are out? There are 7 Thors out on the map. And assuming a magic box doesn't go down and Dexter Morgan splits his Thors well, those Mutalisks are going to die very quickly. Then the Hellions can clean up the rest, and the Marines will help a little bit too. Could lose some Overlords here. HiLoPicoLo, he isn't at 200 supply with them, so he's actually going to maybe be supply blocked if HiLoPicoLo loses too many. 10 Mutas are on the way. Combat Shield just now started, but then again, not such a big deal because he has been going heavy on the mech. And people wouldn't say Ling Bling Muta is the way to deal with mech, but I guess when you can just catch your opponent off guard and get good positioning, who really cares here? Zerg looks like he is getting all of his links in production here. Hive is just about to be finished, and won't be surprised if we see him go into the Greater Spire. Mutalisks, a couple die unnecessarily. Ling's coming in and getting this around, but getting demolished by the Hellions here. Muta's coming in and getting a very nice magic box there on some of the Thors. The Thors going down very quickly. No Lings survive. The Mutas are kind of stacked up, but the Thors are going to go down quickly enough here. And Mutas are going to clean up all of these Marines more than likely. Hellions look like they are going to try to run in here down into the wall of Spine. Not going to get anything done. There is enough room for them to sneak in, but not enough for them to do damage. Well, idiot, I'm going to report you. That's awesome, Dexter Morgan. You probably didn't get HiLoPicoLo banned at all, but that's okay. Great game from 2 players here. HiLoPicoLo, outstanding showing there. Really doing a great job. Using those Mutalisks to his advantage. Mutalisks not typically effective against Thors, but when you have that many and your opponent has that few, more power to you, man. So, as I said, thank you guys for tuning in to watching me cast some Starcraft 2. This has been I'mJermain. First time back in a while. A little rough patches had to go, but I really appreciate it. Follow me on Twitter at I'mJermain. Follow me on YouTube. Please, please, please thumbs up the video. Tell your friends and stuff. Tweet about it. Tweet at me at I'mJermain, man. I'm Jermaine, man, broski. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching this. This has been I'mJermain casting SC2. I hope you'll have a great day.